The dryness is gone. My skin is literally so juicy. I don't know how to put it. Like, it's so supple, it's so soft. Okay, but then you're gonna get used to me doing this because it's been a while since I got my nails done. Hi guys, welcome to my creative space. This is what I'm gonna be calling it from now on. And today's video is going to be about, so skincare is a big deal for me. I really enjoy taking care. Woo, the wind. I really enjoy taking care of my skin. For me, my skin is so important to me. What my face looks like, and not in a vain kind of way, but in just like it's part of the whole well-being, health, everything. Because I'm also very conscious about what I eat, very conscious about what I put into my body, but not just only my body but also my mind. And I feel like I'll probably like talk about that in a completely different YouTube video. But for now, in regards to skincare, I really care a lot about what goes on my skin, what it does, why it does what it does, and just basically trying to achieve the best results. So yeah, in my previous IGTV video, I talked about some of my skincare faves. Most of them were Garnier products, and a lot of them were just doing good things for my skin, and still are. However, the other day I was looking through, Instagram and YouTube, and I noticed a lot of people have been talking about these ordinary products. So I was like, you know what, maybe let me try and see what this whole hullabaloo is about. Maybe, just maybe, I might like them. I'm getting a lot of good reviews. I'm getting a lot of like good vibes from, the ordinary. And I just happened to be staying with a friend who's also using those products. She was praising it, just telling me how like, look, she kept on like raving on about these products. And I don't know, there's just something about seeing like the results like live and seeing somebody who's actually using them and being able to say, oh wow, they're actually working, like your skin is flourishing, babe. So with Garnier products, everything was going well. Honestly, I don't see any fault with any of their products, and I don't think there's anything that didn't work for me. However, my problem specifically that I feel like Garnier was not able to really tackle was dry skin. So being here in the UK, I don't know if it's the weather or the water or just, I don't know what it is. I also want to retain my youth. Like, I'm not trying to look like I'm getting older. Yes, this year I turned 25, guys. I am 25 years old. Honestly, sometimes I even forget that I'm actually 25 and not 20. Everybody likes glowing skin. We all want skin that looks like it's doing the most. We are glowing from within. So my skin problem really revolved around dry skin because of the weather. And so I found like I'm having dry under eyes. I wasn't breaking out, but it was looking a bit flaky. I was using Garnier products, which were working really well, especially like with hyperpigmentation, scars from acne, just like clearing them off. It did the job. However, I just feel like I lacked the moisture that I really wanted that inner glow, the glow that's coming from within, not like oily shine kind of. And so like it wasn't even necessarily such a bad like dryness, but it was just the type that I was like, if this continues, I don't think it's gonna be for the best. Watched a couple of skincare routine videos by skincare experts and estheticians. God, I cannot say that word still. Estheticians. Wow, sis. we're gonna ignore that. I watched a couple of videos from some YouTubers that I honestly really admire, specialize with skincare specifically. So like they're actually verified as skincare experts. It's not just people out here coming to say, I think if you use this, it's gonna work kind of thing. And even me right now, about what works for me, I'm just talking about what has been doing the most for me. And maybe if you want to try it out, you can. But I'm not saying that this is the, oh, I'm looking cute. Anyway, no, honestly, I am looking really cute. At the way I'm matching, like, can you appreciate, take a moment where, I don't know what it is, but let me tell you. Bristol, hamtalala, since I did my nails. You aren't gonna sleep. You will not catch any sleep, not in these streets. Who's gonna check me? I'll give you a second. Look at that coordination. Like, look at that coordination. Could never. Could never. If you don't gas yourself up, like, and I will always say this, like, you can bet on that. If you don't gas yourself up, sis, bro, whoever's watching this, uncle, auntie, if you're not gassing yourself up, I'm sorry, you're doing it wrong, and you need to go and sit down and question a lot of things, because wow. all right, let's get serious. I was saying, I figured that my skin needed that extra boost after doing research, like, and just like reading up and watching concerning like all these things that these skincare experts say. I realized that there were a lot of things I was doing wrong. Like, yes, I was following most of the steps, I was exfoliating, I was moisturizing, I was cleansing, I was toning, I was, doing the masks and the hydration and all that good stuff, and my skin was loving me for it. But there was just something I noticed that was a bit off, in that, like, the dryness, like, I wasn't tackling or using products that specifically target something that I heard them say. Like, I think it was the Golden RX. Check her out on YouTube. She's a really good skincare expert, hands-on, like, she's amazing. I think she mentioned something about like the products that work really well to tackle dry skin specifically, and she talked about like hyaluronic acid and just a bunch of other things. And I remember listening to her talk, and I was like, what? All these chemicals. But like later on, I realized that now, again, watching a completely different YouTuber, that all these acids and all these things that sound like chemicals being mentioned are things that actually are on your skin already, and your body produces these things, but sometimes not enough to actually full potential of good skin, like, sometimes. So I was like, because like, our skin produces a lot of these acids, our skin produces a lot of these things. Sometimes you listen and you're like, Kelly, those sound so complicated. Like, how am I supposed to put all that on my skin? How am I supposed to put that on my skin? How am I supposed to find that? But these are things that your body usually naturally, produces, but sometimes not enough. So one of the things I realized, she talked about hyaluronic, I hope I am saying it correct, hyaluronic, yes, I think I'm saying that right. I'm gonna be talking about this, but hyaluronic acid and the importance of in hydrating your skin and just like penetrating through all the layers of your skin and just like creating that what did she say, creating like almost like some water, like the, anyway, I'm not gonna get into all the scientific details of what these products have and do, but I will talk about what they've done for my skin and a few facts that I've learned about them, and like my understanding as to why they're working really well for my skin, because it's been now about 2.5 weeks of consecutively using these products, and my skin has never been so happy. Like, I'm just like, woo! I didn't know my skin could feel like that. Another thing is texture. So I talked about how I felt like my skin was a bit flaky. Yes, it was clear, there was no breakouts, but I noticed that it was a bit like the texture was off, in some parts it was feeling different, and I was just like, I just wanted to feel that nice, soft, supple feel, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna order these. So I went on the Deciem website, because that's where you order the ordinary products. They have a bunch of other labels under that Deciem account, not just the ordinary, but about like other companies, but I think the ordinary is probably the most affordable one on that page. Yeah, the rest are a little bit pricey, maybe one day when we're making checks here, just like left, right, and center, I'll be able to buy those, because like some of the products I think are ranging between £30, £50, £60 for just one tiny little bottle, and I'm like, hey, Kwani, what's in that bottle? Like, what is it gonna solve all my problems in life? Because I'm curious. But the ordinary apparently has a lot of what those other products have, but but very affordable, right? So yeah, so I went on, and DECIEM is very helpful because they give you advice on what you need for your skin. So they'll ask you like, okay, so what are you looking for? What are you looking to correct with your skin? What are you looking to achieve? And for me, I said dry skin, because that for me was like the main thing. I'm just like, I feel like my skin is not as hydrated as I want it to be. Like there's just something missing. And so they gave me a whole list of what I need to order in order to achieve the results, which is really helpful because there's a lot they have on the page, and I think you can get overwhelmed and just be like, oh my gosh, what exactly do I need? You'll see, oh, this, and they all have very not complicated but scientific names, and if you don't understand, and some of those names just look like, hey, what is niacin? What's that? Anyway, so another thing, before you go on the website, it would be helpful to go on YouTube, on the internet, and just like type out these words and like find out what they actually mean before you go and just purchase. Because yes, in as much as DECIEM does help you pick products that will help that specific issue you have with your skin, I think it's also important to kind of understand the background of the product that you're gonna get and like what exactly it is. Do your research before you buy anything. So once DECIEM gave me the list of what I'll need, I went onto the internet and like searched up all of them and just like looked through, and I searched like what does hyaluronic acid do, because I know that a lot of my masks that I buy have hyaluronic acid, and most of them are like hydrating masks, that's what they call it. So I'm like, what is this hyaluronic acid? It does hydrate your skin. Like this is one of it's hyaluronic acid is a specific acid that actually just causes your skin to create more water, to put it in a simple term kind of thing. You can go on and research on about it and probably get more in-depth information about that, but on surface level, it really helps with just hydrating your skin. So I was like, yeah, that makes sense that they prescribed that to me, because yeah, that's gonna work. Second thing they prescribed was, so like I mentioned, hyaluronic acid is the first thing that they prescribed to me, and this is what it looks like. Yeah, they all kind of just look the same. They're just very minimalistic, which I really liked. It's not a lot of colors, not a lot of complication. They tell you what it is. I like that they have solutions and formulas that are in the purest form, and it is what it is. Like they give you a bottle of what you really need, like the purest form of it. So it's not mixed with perfume or any other thing. It's just the natural things. And I was like, I like that, because I feel like other products usually they'll say, oh, we have like this percentage of this, but then the rest of it is just like other things that sometimes may react with your skin, or just like doesn't do what it needs to do to its full potential. Anyway, so the second thing they prescribed to me was the bee oil. So bee oil is basically a mix of, let me look at the ingredients and read them out, but they've got like, these words, hey, it's not in English, my friend, but it says it's sustainably sourced microalgae extract in squalene and other plant oils. So I know I watched a YouTube video about this, and they gave a more detailed explanation of what exactly is in this bee oil, but they had like so many different kinds of oils, so many that are helpful to keeping your skin hydrated and keeping your skin, almost regenerates your skin. They also prescribed glycolic acid. So this is glycolic acid toning solution. It's 7%. They said that this works both as a toner and as an exfoliator at the same time. It's a very good product. Honestly, I feel like it really evens out your skin. So if you have hyperpigmentation, this is probably your best bet. And there's a lot of other amazing things about it if you want to go and look up more about it. Another thing that you also have to be very careful about, like one of the things that I really made sure to research about, is what not to mix. And they do mention that there's some products that you should not mix. Like don't mix two acids, because if you go hard on the acid, what you're gonna do is strip off all the oils from your skin, and you're just gonna have dry skin. The very same thing that you're trying to avoid, you're going to end up really irritating your skin, use at least one acid and then go hard on the hydrators and the oils. Like, go hard on that. Like, that's like one of the things that I've noticed lots of skincare experts have been saying, and I've been doing that, and it's been working like magic. Because use one acid toner, because now that works, you know, with toning, evening and everything, but you don't want to like over stress your skin to the point where it's just, ay madam, relax. So use one acid. That's my advice, is use one acid and use like a bunch of oils and hydrators. Hyaluronic acid, like I said, though it says it's an acid, it's actually a hydrator, because it actually brings hydration and moisture to your skin. And then we have vitamin C, and they really specify a lot that don't mix this and that. So in a short snap, what I got was the hyaluronic acid, which is an hydrator. I got the glycolic acid, which is a direct acid, and this is my toner. I got the bee oil, which is a mix of very many different kinds of oils. I actually like the smell of it. Initially I was like, ooh, it's not very strong, but it's got a very earthy smell, very organic smell. It smells like a mix of lemongrass. So it's got lemongrass oil, it's got tea tree, it's some algae, micro algae oil, it's got squalene, and a bunch of other oils that I honestly cannot pronounce, but it's good for you. It's got aloe vera. And finally, I got vitamin C. So I really like the vitamin C because it's vitamin C suspension 23%, which is a lot higher than most vitamin C serums, and it's got hyaluronic acid in it as well. So you still get, it's got a mix of hyaluronic acid and vitamin C, which is like, wow. So I've noticed most of their products is either one solution or they mix two. So even the hyaluronic acid is mixed with B5, which is really good for your skin. Your skin has B5 in it, but sometimes it doesn't produce as much as it should. So this hyaluronic acid is packed with goodness for your skin. I got these 4 products because that's what they prescribed to me for, you know, dry skin issues. I now went onto YouTube and of course searched what skincare experts had to say about it. So normally in a week I'll use, first thing I do when I wake up, so I did not completely reject my Garnier still comes through for me. I use this Pure Active Intensive Spots and Blackheads Daily Exfoliating Scrub. Honestly, this right here is magic. It's got salicylic acid as well, which completely stops breakouts from happening. Like I said in my previous IGTV video, like the first one where I talked about like skincare and what works for me, I talked about Garnier products, and I said that this actually used to help me with my blackheads and scars, and to date it still does. So I use this when I'm cleansing, and then after that I go in with my Glycolic. Let me just show you what it looks like. When it first came, it didn't have this nozzle on. It had like a cap. So I had to take it off and then put this on, because this is now the applicator. And you just sort of like twist it like that. And so you just sort of like put a few drops on a cotton pad like this, and then just like cleanse your face and your neck. Yeah, those are the instructions they give. So honestly, normally when I use this, even after I've cleansed my face with soap and my facial cleansers, you still see like this, it actually removes dirt, and you're just like, wow, I don't know what it is about, like, and yeah, it just completely cleanses your skin, like deep cleansing. And that's why after this you really need to go hard on a hydrator and an oil. So let me just show you what I do after that. So after using the glycolic acid toner, it says 7%. After using that, it's got a pH of 3.6. Also, a thing I really like about Ordinary products is they respect the pH of your skin. They don't create acidity tones that can mess up your skin. Just make sure that it's the perfect level that will, of course, not react to your skin, but works well with how much your skin actually has. And apparently your skin has a higher pH than 3.6. So I think they're really doing a good job. After the glycolic acid toner, I go in with my hyaluronic acid. It's a hydrator, so I go in with that, and I make sure to get it especially on my under eye area and like my forehead and chin area, especially the places where I noticed it was flaky. And something I learned recently is when you're putting product on your skin, you don't rub, you pat. So apparently that just helps get everything in there and stay put. Just pat it into your skin, sort of like this, like your under eye, your forehead, just like pat it in. After that, I go in with my bee oil. But let me just show you what it looks like on the inside. Just realized I hadn't shown you what the hyaluronic acid looks like, but it's like that. It's in a kind of like a serum. It is a serum, so it's kind of like that. And when you're applying this on your skin, don't do this, because apparently when it touches your skin, that is bacteria, and doing that constantly just completely tampers with the product inside, and at the end of that, doesn't really work well for your skin. So what you're gonna need to do is, instead of putting it on your skin, put it on the palm of your clean hands, and then just pat it into your skin. And the same for the bee oil, same kind of bottle, same applicator, except now, you know, it's bee oil, so it looks like that. And put that also on your hand, and then just pat. So once you've pat in the bee oil, for me, that's done. Go to bed and like make sure that your pillowcase is clean. Make sure that, you know, at least change it every other week, and you're not using the same one all the time, because also that can be a problem. And then of course, make sure you have your satin headscarf on, because you don't want to mix your hair products with your skin as well, because that can happen, especially when you sleep and the product gets on the pillow and then it gets on your skin, and then there's the mix. That's another reason for breakouts sometimes, is that mix of product and just that build up. I'm really mainly just talking about what these products have done for me and how I use them. So that for me is the nighttime routine. It's the PM routine. They also talk about that on their page. So I interchange, like I said. So there are days when I won't use my glycolic acid. When I want to use my vitamin C, I go in with a less harsh cleanser. I don't want to say harsh. Let me use a different word. This is not harsh, but it's a bit intense. So when I want to go in with vitamin C, because the vitamin C cream is a bit intense. That's what I like to say. It's a bit for your skin. Like, you don't want to have like 3 intense products. You want to have 1 intense and then the rest just like basic. So I use this. It's a simple, refreshing facial wash, 100% soap free. I mentioned this in my other IGTV video as well. It's kind to skin and it's got no perfume, no color. I really like it. So this is now when I'm doing like during the day. That's the AM method for like morning, going into my day kind of thing. Another thing I forgot to mention is I put sunscreen on after. Sometimes, because the weather here has been a bit gloomy and I've kind of just been indoors, I don't really put sunscreen. But most times if I'm going to be stepping out, even if it's gloomy, I still put sunscreen on. And I'll put in my Garnier sunscreen, the one I talked about in my previous IGTV video. Yeah, and it works really well for me. I use this to cleanse. After cleansing with this, I tone with this, the rose water, instead of the glycolic. After going in with my rose water toner, I now go in with the vitamin C. Vitamin C suspension 23% and hyaluronic spheres 2%. So because now I've done with 2 basic products which are not very strong, I then go in with my vitamin C, and yeah, and then after vitamin C, I go in now with my bee oil. The bee oil is the one thing that doesn't change in all my routines. I use this every day for all my routines. It's like the final touch, like the last thing I use to moisturize. Yeah, and this honestly has been working really well for me. So overall, using these products, I've noticed that my skin texture has really changed. It's become more supple, it's soft, it's really soft. The tone is even, like my face, my neck, my body, like this tone is the same. There's just a glow that I've been seeing, and I'm just like, wow, is that my skin? Because I know I had this problem with dryness and flakiness, which then came with like a certain dullness of my skin, which was not at its full potential. But after using these products for the last 2 weeks, I've noticed that my skin has gone from like really dull to just like looking wow. Guys, are you seeing this glow? Like, are you seeing this glow? Like, yes, I have some concealer on, very minimal concealer on, and my skin is still looking like this. Like, there's a certain shine to it, a glassiness to it that I'm just like, and it wasn't like that before, because I feel like before I started using these products, whenever I would put any form of makeup on, it would just look almost like it's peeling off. Like, it would look so cakey and almost just not supple. It wasn't looking natural. It was looking very dry. Now the thing is, when your skin is not necessarily healthy, even when you put makeup on, you can tell. But like when your skin is healthy, even when you put makeup on, it's just, you know, it's an additional benefit. It's not like you have to, it's just an added benefit. So these products have been working for me, and I'm just like, okay, Ordinary, I see you. I see what you're doing. I'm very thankful. My breakouts are so minimal now. The only time I'll probably get a breakout is during my PMS time, which of course is hormonal. You'll get 1 or 2 breakouts here and there, like just a tiny one here and then maybe one over there. But like the breakouts I used to get before, like, doesn't happen anymore. The dryness is gone. My skin is literally so juicy. I don't know how to put it. Like, it's so supple, it's so soft. The hydration is not just coming from the top layer, but from within. Go get you some. What are you waiting for? Go get you some. All these products, because I bought 4 and I'm thinking of buying a 5th one. I'm thinking of purchasing a few more other products, specifically in the hydrator section, because I'm just like, I'm all about hydrating. For me, that's the main thing. I just want my skin to be hydrated and constantly glowing, because, you know, it's being loved. So I got these 4 products and it cost me like what, about 30 pounds, which is like it's like maybe 4,500. It's not much, honestly, for this quality. Like, it's an investment, and I'm all about investing in skincare that actually works. And like I said, I feel like they've got integrity. Like, with their solutions, there's integrity. Like, this is actual good stuff. Very simple, very pure, very straight to the point. You know, hakuna mashenanigans mob. It's just straight to the point, which I really, really appreciate. Let me know what works for you. Like, what products do you use that you're just like, oh, this actually really works for me? I'm really curious to know, so let me know in the comment section. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you all just keep well during these times, keeping safe, wear your masks. Also, wash your masks. I think it's advisable, buy masks that you can wash, as opposed to the disposable ones, because I feel like the disposable ones sometimes can cause breakouts. Yeah, it's a thing. So just be careful with what kind of masks you're also using. Make sure you wash and disinfect, sanitize. Yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about all this, and please do like, subscribe. I'm gonna give you a second. Okay, I'm just gonna give you a second. Thank you. Thank you very much. Share and turn on your post notifications. Every time I put up a video, you're notified, and get all these good vibes, guys, for your daily dose of sunshine, dose of happiness. And share this video with anybody you think would need this information, because we out here trying to help each other. That's what we're doing. Like I said, these are things that work for me. I bought it from the original page. I think it's advisable to buy it from the Deciem website, because apparently there's some cons out there that are selling not genuine Ordinary products. So do buy it from like the original website. They'll always give you information on what you should use for your skin. Let's just say the truth. Nilienda kuiba hizi maua from the school garden. Well, it was overgrowing. It was a bush that was overgrowing. So I'd like to say that I helped them. And oh my gosh, lavender is just, oh my gosh. The way to my heart is not through roses. And get me like some lavender. You've done it. Get me either lavender or like cacti of any kind. Get me succulents, and my friends, forever and ever, don't leave me, and I ain't never gonna leave you. Like, don't buy me roses, by the way. Buy me plants that I can actually keep, because I'm a plant lady. I'm a plant mother. I'd like to say that I am a proud mother of 3 plants. Milan is currently not here with us today, as I left her at my friend's place. I will be returning for her soon. I know she's really missing me. Yes, it's just a temporary replacement as I wait for Miss Milan to get back. I really miss her, because this is not gonna, this is just I got them when they were already, I just plucked them from a bush, so they're not gonna actually live very long. I like dry flowers. I don't know, who else likes dry flowers? Let me know in the comment section. Do you like dry flowers? I like it when they dry up, flowers specifically, but like plants, I like those lavish and green. So I'm really missing Milan. She's gonna be fine. Alright, bye guys.